We're here today to report an arrest by Buffalo police of 13-year-old Jean Sanchez of Buffalo, who has been charged with murder in the second degree in connection with the death of Amir al-Shamari, also 13 years old. Let me say right from the very beginning, our thoughts and prayers continue to be with the al-Shamari family. This is a terrible act, and I ask the community to continue to hold them up in prayer. We said that the Buffalo police would not rest, that this community would not rest until an arrest was made, and we did not rest, and we are reporting today that an arrest has been made. I want to just recognize the work of the Buffalo Police homicide detectives. I know that Commissioner Durenda assigned all of our detectives to work on this case. Our detectives literally worked around the clock on this and worked into the night, and I want to just recognize them for their diligence, their hard work, and the effort that they put in to finding the person responsible for this terrible crime. I also want to thank the community for their tips and information. I want to thank the community for their outreach to this family. I want to thank the community for so many expressions of support and love that they extended to the al-Shamari family. At this time, I want to turn things over to Commissioner Durenda, who will give you more detail. Commissioner.
Good afternoon. Arrested today just after 3 a.m. in the morning by Buffalo Police homicide detectives was one Jean Sanchez. He's 13 years old, of Germain Street in Buffalo. He was charged with murder in the second degree for the May 2nd homicide of 13-year-old Amir al-Shamari. On May 3rd, 2014, at approximately 3:30 p.m., Buffalo Police responded to a call of a body found at the vacant T to Green driving range off Amherst Street. The victim's body was found by a man walking his dogs. Homicide detectives immediately responded and began a round-the-clock investigation. Numerous tips, I got to thank the public as the mayor did, numerous tips from the public led us to make an arrest so quickly. The suspect last night did make admissions to homicide detectives. As been reported, we believe the murder was over a cell phone. But at this time, the investigation continues, and I really can't release any other details, and I won't comment further on the murder. Again, I'd like to commend all of our homicide unit for all their efforts. I'll answer whatever I can.
Was there a bicycle involved as well here, a stolen bike?
Again, I'm not going to go through details on that.
Do you believe that you have arrested the one and only suspect?
At this time, the investigation continues, and we're still working.
We heard it was, I hate to use the word, but a gruesome scene. And can you tell us, was it blunt force? Was it a knife? Was it a shooting?
I can't tell you. At this point, as I said, I can't release a lot of the details. The investigation is ongoing. We have a 13-year-old who's deceased. It's not a good scene.
Commissioner, do you have any knowledge of any history between the two individuals, the defendant and the victim?
Again, at this point, I'm not going to release any more details.
Because we're hearing they did have some conflicts at school.
Again, I'm not going to release any more details.
Can we say whether this suspect went to Waterfront School? We understand he was not a Waterfront School student.
I don't know that one way or the other.
What can you say about a 13-year-old committing a murder over a cell phone? As a police commissioner, what do you think when you hear that a smartphone caused a murder?
Nothing surprises me anymore. I've been at this job over 28 years, so I'm not shocked. Again, a 13-year-old now dead, a 13-year-old now in custody. It's very disturbing.
Let me say, it is a terrible tragedy, and our hearts and prayers are with the al-Shamari family, and I think the entire community should hold this family up in prayer.
As far as the immigrant community, we talked to some folks this morning. They said they're all kind of in fear. Have you had to reach out to them to kind of calm their nerves?
We were with the family yesterday. Our community police officer has been with them today. Again, it's a tragic situation. Hopefully, we can bring it to a complete close soon.
Was there any indication of a struggle? You know, the story that's gotten out is basically his phone was robbed from him, stolen from him, that he pursued the person he felt was the person who stole it.
As I said, we believe it was over a stolen cell phone, but any other details at this time, I cannot release.
Couple more questions, couple more.
Including why he may have said why he did this.
Again, at this point, he did make admissions to homicide detectives last night. We conferred with the district attorney's office, and I'm in agreement with the district attorney's office that we cannot release any further details at this time.
Can you tell us about a young person like this who takes a life? There have been other cases, I think recently, right? A 15-year-old in Buffalo. I mean, what do you make of children on children?
Again, it's disturbing. It happens. In this case, we were able to make a quick arrest, but as I said, the investigation continues. We'll have more when we can talk about it. Yes.
Can you shed any light, sir, on how Amir was killed?
No, I can't.
What did
What?
Again, we can't discuss any more details of the investigation. As I said, it is ongoing. I won't share those details. We have knowledge, but we will, at this point, will not put them out to the public.
Can anyone talk about the decision to try him as an adult instead of a...
You can speak to Frank Sedita. He was charged with murder in the second degree, so he will be charged. He is charged as an adult.
There are different sentencing guidelines, I believe, for
Again, I
a
would
person who
refer,
might be convicted of-
I would refer that to Frank Sedita.
One or two more, one or two more.
name?
J-E-A-N.
Where's the suspect being held in?
He was arraigned this morning. He was kept in custody, probably at East Ferry
What,
Detention Center.
Any mugshots of him?
No.
One more question. Anything else? We good?
You're saying there was no prior relationship between the two? or-
I'm saying I can't release any details at this time.
You mentioned tips from the public helped you. Did the cell phone help you in your investigation?
We got numerous tips from the public, even some small tips that people probably didn't think were important, and it led us to the arrest last night.
The tips actually led to the arrest?
People coming forward, people talking, yes, it did.
And raised a point about the cell phone. I mean, was that, were you able to trace the phone by actually tracing the...
Again, I won't release those details at this time.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Appreciate it. Any further updates, we will let everybody know. Thank you very much.